tell you about the Stand Up for Nature campaign, which was a campaign and is a campaign to fight the New South Wales government's new land clearing laws. Glenn Turner's murder, which Greg spent some time telling you about, is symptomatic, or was symptomatic, of the growing tensions around land clearing since the early 2000s, when the Native Vegetation Act was introduced to restrict land clearing, and did so effectively. And last year, these growing tensions culminated in the scrapping of the Native Vegetation Management Act and the enacting of a new act called the Biodiversity Conservation Act, which is not at all about biodiversity conservation and all about enabling more land to be cleared in New South Wales. So I want to tell you quickly, I've got about 10 minutes, but I want to tell you quickly about what the campaign, where it's at, and where we can go from here, because these things can be very depressing. And if you have compassion for these issues, you also want to know what you can do about them in most cases. And for me, it's, you know, I've always looked at difficult issues in my life, resolving them through taking action. And for me, this is no different. So I'd like to think that this presentation will be motivating to you. So first of all, I want to say thank you, because there are many people in this room, including Jan, and many amongst you sitting in the audience, that contributed very significantly to the Stand Up for Nature campaign, which lasted really between January 2016 until now, commenced around January 2016. And it is those people that really are so important to us being able to make a difference. So, you know, I want to express my deep thanks, because I worked with those people, we work with those people very regularly, and we wouldn't have been able to do, you know, a tenth of what we did achieve if it wasn't for those volunteers. Who is the Stand Up for Nature Alliance? It is an alliance of conservation groups that came, and animal welfare groups that came together as a result of the bad government's plans to scrap the Native Vegetation Act and replace it with laws that are expected to massively increase the amount of land clearing across the state. And you've got the names of the organisations behind me. We have lost the battle, but we haven't lost the war. This is too important to walk away from, and this is why we are going to continue this fight. There are a number of opportunities. So the bills have now become law, but there is a number of important opportunities that we can invest some hope in. Firstly, we have a new Premier and we have a new Minister for the Environment in Gabrielle Upton. It's important to note, as Greg mentioned, that the new laws were not ideologically driven by the Liberals. These were laws that were very much promoted by the Nationals, who have very strong links to New South Wales farmers and to that particular region of northwestern New South Wales, where there is big agribusiness that wants to make money from cropping. So the Liberals aren't really, as far as we can tell, ideologically committed to this legislation, but they are heavily influenced by the Nationals. And you'll remember that at the end of last year, we were in a very tricky situation with the Nationals and Liberals, with the greyhound ban. And, you know, it was very tricky for the campaign because Baird couldn't really afford to say to the Nationals, you know what, I stuffed you over with the greyhound ban and the council amalgamations, and now I'm going to do it by not going ahead with these land clearing laws. So it was very difficult. It was a very difficult political situation for the campaign, and I think that it played an enormous role into why this legislation went through late last year. But we now have a new premier, and we have a new minister, and we have a number of by-elections coming. We're also 2 years before the 2019 state election. And we have a huge opportunity to actually show, once this legislation comes into operation, the damage that is being done, going towards the 2019 state elections. We also have a strong Labour New South Wales commitment to overhaul the laws if they win government in 2019. So, going back to this issue of Labour comes in, puts stricter controls, Liberals come in, loosen the controls. Now, the legislation went through, but the regulations under this legislation, which are really going to be very, very important in determining exactly how much clearing can occur, haven't gone through. And there is expected to be a consultation period on those regulations within the next 6 months. So this is another opportunity for us to minimize the damage. Obviously, we're not dealing with an ideal situation, and it is not the outcome that we wanted, but we are not walking away from this. This is too important. What we have also on our side is a growing sustainable farming movement. And that was a very interesting aspect of the Stand Up for Nature campaign, is this group of farmers that appeared and that actually said, we don't want native vegetation controls to be loosened, because we understand, we have seen what damage to the land removing trees actually does. We are coping with the increasingly difficult impacts of climate change. And we know that this is not the right direction for farming in New South Wales. And this group of farmers produced a statement, a formal statement, that was signed against the changes that went through late last year, that was signed by hundreds of farmers across New South Wales. And we have seen this movement actually grow. So that is another thing that I think plays in our favour and is a significant opportunity. And of course, we have you and the growing awareness of the importance of trees, not only in rural areas, but across our city. And we have seen so many trees being taken out and continuing to be cleared across the Greater Sydney area. So there is a growing awareness in the city, and you taking actions as individuals is just so important. I can't stress that enough. Of course, we have obstacles and challenges. We have the Nationals, and we have the New South Wales farmers that are very much pro this legislation. We have a disconnection, out of sight, out of mind. So, it's very difficult to speak to people in the city about land clearing in the country, right? There is a big disconnection there. And that is a constant challenge for us. And of course, there is the issue of resources and dollars. We are fighting agribusiness with a lot of money, and we're fighting government, of course, and we have very little resources. Our resources are very stretched. So I have a special donation box tonight, which you can deposit something in if you wish, to support us. you do to help? Well, I have placed on some tables some template letters to the Premier that you can sign. And I also have an attendance, it's not an attendance sheet, it's more a sign-on sheet, where you can put down your name and email to volunteer or just to receive campaign updates. So, the best thing you can do is to volunteer. There are so many things to do, and we just don't have enough hands, we just don't have enough people to help. So there are lots of different things that you can get involved in. Manning a stall, organizing a stall, phone calling, administration tasks, data entry, it's endless. You can work with me in the office, or you can work out in the field. It's very, very flexible. And if you have some spare time and you're interested in that issue, please let me know and put your name down. Just go back to the last slide. If you can't volunteer, you can donate, okay? And if you can't donate, then you can sign a template letter, or you can ring the Premier, or you can write to the Premier through her online contact form.
Or you can do all of them.
Or you can do all of those. Or you can sign up to campaign updates. So there is lots and lots of things you can do. Thank you very much. And I hope to see some of you involved in the campaign.